Well, it looks like we're right back at it again. Welcome to It's a JaCkEy Thing. I'm your fabulous host, JaCkEy. So, coming off from the last video, I had an idea after just posting that one, which is funny. So, this is my character, Katie, or Kate. And anyways, I created her around 5 to 6 months ago. And, okay, this is like not halfway her original design. She's actually gone through another redesign. So, this is a redesign. So first off, starting off with, she's a big a character in my comic, that involves my other couple characters that's in there, Daniel and, Dee. So anyways, with them being in there, I'm like, well, what would be something cool? And I want her to be like that uplifted, bright spirit, but like, so like she is a spirit, like a spirit mushroom, I guess. Coming off this, I was trying to come up with a couple designs that I think I would have liked. And originally this was supposed to be an expressionism sketch and like just certain things to get through everything. So Kate, or Katie, being like a very happy, uplifting spirit. I'm honestly thinking about changing her age. Because like right now, so she is a mushroom princess. She doesn't know that, like, she knows she's a princess and all, but, like, she doesn't know that time of reckoning is coming upon her, that she's going to have to grow up at some point, so she's actually being forced to be a queen or, like, a princess early. I don't know what that is, but originally she was supposed to have, like, high boots or, like, stockings on, and then I thought, well, I've been trying to study feet and hands more, and I just thought, like, drawing some feet in her here that she's on the ground, and it was muddy, and yeah, I thought that would be fun. And so, coming down later, so first off, there is a mushroom on her chest. Originally, it was just going to be a button or like a sewn-in fabric, but I was with my sister when we were in the car, and she gave me the idea of like, hey, JaCkEy, why don't you turn that into an amulet or a gem? And I'm like, you know what? That is a wonderful idea. Thank you. So thanks to her help with the mushroom idea, turning it into a gem, because it was originally just going to be a plain mushroom. But I think it's the November gem, or maybe it's a brown topaz. I'm not sure yet, but for now, that's what it is. And this little divine character I'm sketching right now, this is called a sprite in my comic. I've been working on those characters since about, 2010, 2015. I started sketching out the character when I was in the doctor's office getting ready for some shots, which I can't believe I still remember that. But I particularly remember that I was sitting in the waiting room next to a blonde lady with brown eyes, and then a man that had brown hair with a blue stripe in it, and he was wearing some pajamas in there. Yeah. Anyways, this is Katie Kate. I wanted to stick to her more original concept, but then I wanted to change her up some. And I just feel like the dress totally, it matched with her personality and her persona on how I wanted her to come out. Because she is a sassy go-getter. I'm going to call her that. That she's very fun and lovable, but like she does take her duties as being a princess seriously. And if you get on her wrong side, then you're in trouble. I still am redesigning Jerry or I'm focusing on some more J names, but they're a non-binary character that I'm trying to work on for like my comic being something very special when it comes to everybody together, and I want the world just to know everybody is existing and is cool. But anyways, so with that being that, the sprite right here, the sprites are from like a secret thing, so they have like flowers on top of their heads and they can fly around, and they're all green. And I promise you, they're not related to Shrek, even though Shrek is one of my favorite movies. It's on the top 20, I'm telling you. With the sarcastically overbalance of the fairy tales coming to life and how they think they would be. So coming to this, I was trying to work more on line art. I'm trying to switch my line art style to like a little thicker, but at the same time cartoony, so it's like a comic style versus cartoony at the same time. It's a work in progress, but like I'm gonna have to say this piece is going on my, I think, at the top right now of my favorite drawings, And then I was also working on backgrounds and making foregrounds, backgrounds, and midgrounds. And I'm still trying to look up and learn things. That sunflower right there that's up at the corner, the image, I actually got that from Google, and I thought that I needed some help with drawing certain flowers, which you'll probably see some more images like that in the future, because I'm learning how to draw flowers and things, and I want to make them as well as I can, and possibly make it like where it's sort of tattooy. And that's why I feel like my style my style is sort of it's like a tattooy style, which is pretty cool, and I like it. With the flowers though, I realize when you're drawing sunflowers that you can't just sketch it out, because if you're just sketching it out, it doesn't feel right. So I actually drew like sketches of miniature flowers, and then I redid that and inked it a little darker. So like the smaller details are put in there, but then you can see the finer details and thickness. No pun intended. We're all thicker than a Snicker, aren't you? But with her top, actually you can tell by the top of her head. So no, those are not brains coming out. Somebody asked me that on Instagram, and I'm like, no honey, those aren't brains coming out. It's actually part of her outfit. She's a mushroom girl, and no, she's not related to the sprites, but like it's kind of fused to her head, the mushroom. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. I'm still working on it. But her backstory being her father and her mother, they still live in the cat kingdom. She doesn't have any siblings. She's an only child. That's why she's spoiled rotten. She's not a good sport with some things. She tries to be kind, but it doesn't work very well. Like she is kind, but it doesn't work very well sometimes, because like she's an only child. When it comes to playing with other mates in the palace, it just doesn't come along. And so I'm thinking this is going to be like a magical friendship. Highlight that, right? So that being said, I thought the sprite and her got together, and like the sprite is like, here, I'll share with you, and she's learning how to be a better friend and share. I think she'd be the element harmony, honestly. Like, she brings everybody together and make them love each other. Maybe not. I'm still working on that storyline, because there's elements in my story. So with the red, actually, I was going to go for a ruby red, but then I went to a more pinkish red, going from the colors. And as you can tell by the dots in her dress and the dots in her hat, that I went with a more beiged white. And yes, I added some blush to the ears, the cheeks, where the parts are usually bending, where the blood flow is. And coming to the blood flow and whatnot, with her dress and her hat. So her hat was originally going to be a downwards mushroom. I don't know what the downwards mushrooms are called, but anyways, whatever, what the heck. But I went towards a more upward hat, where you could see the underneath, because those things are by her head are supposed to resemble what a mushroom is when you're eating, which is funny, because I was eating mushrooms at one of my favorite Mexican food places, and what happened is that's what inspired Katie, is eating that mushroom. So imagine if I never ate that mushroom, this character would never be alive. But with her dress, so originally it was just going to be like a summer dress that has a tank top. But then I'm like, what can I do? What can I play around with to like make it obvious this character is a mushroom character besides the hat? So I know I could have just done the hat and say Even Steven, but I'm not Even Steven here, So what about puffs? So the puffs are supposed to resemble like white mushrooms and the tufts of them. And then we have the dress, which I'm not positive if I should have kept the dots in the dress, but I'm still debating on that. And I promise, though, that's not a disease on Katie. Those are her birthmarks, which she does get a little self-conscious about that sometimes. But with, if I'm working on a name for my sunflower girl, actually, when I recreated this, because they're a species, my other one I did was about 2 years ago, back in 3 years ago. Let's see, 2020, 2019, 2018. 4 years ago. 2017, I drew a painting before I moved out of... Oh, wait, maybe it was... Nope, it was 2018. Nope, sorry, it's 2018. I did a painting. I'll find it, and as soon as I find it, I don't know what I'll do. I think I might post it again. Whatever. But, That's when I originally created my sunflower character, and I was just going off of what I wanted to recreate her. Because there's all sorts of flowers and all sorts of sprites, so I thought that was pretty nifty. And then now I'm working on some fairy characters for the comic too, which, if you didn't know, in mythology, fairies were actually known to take away babies and steal them and harbor them, and then they were known to steal people's teeth and eat them, or they would cast spells. They were actually evil, and especially in Ireland, that's where the mythology still goes on more, is that fairies live there, and if you get drunk and go wander around, they can entrance you and kill you. Sort of like a siren, which I found that ironic. But yeah, okay. I just totally went off boat with that. Pardon me if you're hearing a couple sniffles, because I got sniffles, and it's from the juniper trees blooming from where I live. And it's just wonderful, because now I feel like a rabbit. Because seriously, who loves a stuffy nose, right? But actually, so when it comes to Kate's nose, it was a happy accident. Which Bob Ross says, happy accidents, y'all. Happy accidents. You gotta love them happy accidents. Amen, sister. But her nose was originally supposed to be a downward nose, and then I accidentally made it into a point. I was trying to figure something out. And, okay, let's just say I've never been more proud of drawing a nose. It is so cute. I gotta be a weirdo for just geeking out about that, because, like, I love how the nose came out. It was so adorable. And, like, okay, the stance, getting out of my comfort zone more nowadays, and when coming to draw her stance, I'm very happy, because it's like, a hip cock, where you're like, yeah, you know I'm cocky, you know I'm fabulous, so, like, you better back away 10 feet, because I don't share my toys. Because that's the way she is. She doesn't like to share, but she's trying. And with the sunflowers, okay, I gotta say, I am very particularly happy about these sunflowers. Oh, and we're on the Sprite's booty thing. So right now, I was going to do pink on her booty thing, and no, I didn't like it. So I went a little more clearer, because, I was going off a more Renaissance painting of those flying babies that have their butts out, and I wanted that for my Sprite, because I thought that was just cute. You can't see anything else, but, like, come on, that's adorable. Especially when I'm adding the highlights now, I feel like it's more of like a midday going to maybe sundown, or maybe the sun's coming up, but I think it's sun going down. And back with the sunflowers, I didn't know that sunflowers actually had a little bit of green of them, because my old babysitter, she had sunflowers, and there was never green in them when I went over there. And adding the green in here, I just feel like it was just a little bit different, and it was originally supposed to be like muddy, maybe the Sprite was picking flowers, but instead of doing the picking flowers thing, I'm thinking like they're growing, like they're starting to grow, or maybe the Sprite has mystical powers that it's like bippity boppity boo, and they pop up everywhere. And like with I should just say the whole drawing came out pretty well. I'm particularly happy with the outcome of it, with the colors and the shading. I'm trying to desaturate some colors and then add some other colors just so it looks a tad bit better. And you think I was just gonna let you leave after seeing this beautiful mug last time? Nah, you're funny. But here's some slides. This is a slide of the sketch. There's a slide of, well, I guess they're technically not slides, but I took pictures. Here's the slide of I did it again. Here's the picture of Kate. It's a sketch. Here's the line art. Here's just the coloring, and here's the background. If you think this whole video and the process that I put together came to well, you know what, please tell me, because I'm trying to work on a better algorithm and a better format to put my things in and make it fabulous. Because, everything in it's a JaCkEy thing gotta be fabulous. Yes, honey. Alright, thank you for watching. Y'all stay miraculous and beautiful. I hope you have a beautiful day, and don't forget to stay fabulous. Peace out.